All right, so I want to make a part two to my man-hating feminist expose of these Karened out cobweb pussy bitches, and I'm gonna explain to you why they're man-hating and why they're a feminist. Because you guys gotta understand, there's a reason for everything. Never think that there's no reason for something. Behind everything, there's a reason for it. So, like I'm saying, so one thing you gotta understand is like everything is frequency. So when you see a female that's always complaining about niggas, you need to first look at the female. If she's an attractive female, then you know that if she's an attractive female and she's a feminist, that means she's very traumatized and she's very hurt, even more so than the ugly bitch. Because the ugly bitch, most likely she don't like men because she knows she's an ugly bitch, and she knows the only men that want her are desperate men. Like, you'll see ugly bitches out there, and like when I go to an attractive female, she'll be more nice to me than when I go to an ugly female. And the reason for that is because a female who's attractive, she knows she's attractive. A female that's fucking fat, ugly, and disgusting, she knows she's fat, ugly, and disgusting. So if she has no love for herself, she's gonna think, when a man comes to hit on her, she's gonna think that that man is desperate. Because in her mind, she's gonna be like, I'm an ugly fat ass bitch. Subconsciously, she's gonna say this. I'm an ugly fat ass bitch. So the only reason this man wants me is just to have sex, which 9 out of 10 times that is the case. But for an attractive female, when a man comes up, she may be a little whatever, angry, but for the most part, from my experience, I noticed that they're more nice and more whatever. It's weird. That's just how it is from my experience, and it's because they know they're attractive and they know they look good. And usually when I go up to a fat ass disgusting bitch, is not to ask for nothing, just to ask for direction or something. And if it was ever to ask for sex, it's because I must be in a desperate state. So those bitches, those ugly bitches, they know that. This is why I like these feminists that are like these feminists out here that are man-hating, they're not as traumatized as the one that's attractive, because the feminists that are ugly as fuck, they know they're ugly, and that's the reason why they don't like men, because they can't attract the men that they want. The only men they can attract are desperate creeps, which they don't like that. This is why they call men creep. A creep is just a man that's desperate and that they can only settle for what they are. So a creep is always going to be attracted to an ugly, fat, disgusting, unattractive, man-hating bitch. A creep will try to go to an attractive female, but it will rarely work out or rarely play out or even manifest, because they already know deep down they can't go and get that. So they're going to go and get something that they can go and try to get. So you guys got to peep game at this shit. So you need to understand it. So this is why a lot of these women, they don't like men. So you'll see them, they don't like men because they can't get the man that they fucking want. They can't get the man that they want. Not saying they can't get men, because they can get any man, but they can't get the man that they want. So now this develops for them to be bitter and hateful towards men, because at the end of the day, a lot of these women that are feminists, you may say, well, some of them are lesbian, they don't like men, but a lot of these lesbians out here, they have dad issues. Remember I told you how man or women treat the opposite sex is based upon how their parents treated them and the upbringing. So a lot of these women, they may have had a dad who probably molested them, abused them, or they were fucked up. So that developed that woman to be a butch. And this is why you see a lot of butch women that are feminists, because usually their story, but if you look at their trauma and what they went through, it's usually they had a man in their life that either abused them, didn't take care of them, or wasn't shit in their life. And on top of that, they see other men they think all men are like that. So it manifests as every man they meet, it ends up like that. So this is how a lot of women become butch and lesbian. Just like when you see men who become gay, is usually because some type of molestation or something. It's the same thing with the women feminism. But I'm not saying this is all the cases for that, but this is one of the main reasons 9 out of 8 to 9 out of 10 times. So you guys need to understand that shit. Like I'm telling you guys some real shit. Like, a lot of you guys think I'm just capping and shit, whatever. I don't even know why the fuck I use that word. I fucking hate using that word, but like, I just gotta talk so all you niggas out there with that who know all that lingo and shit, like, you guys could feel where I'm coming from and shit. But like, you guys think I'm just playing around, but nigga, like, this is some real shit right here, like, for real. And then you even see some bitches, like, right, and they'll always attract a man that beats the fuck out of them. And like, cause you can't escape your issues. So you may be see, what about this female? She's bitter, but she has a man, whatever. But you gotta look at the context of it. This is why you see some women, they get their ass beat by men, or they get cheated on. If a woman can't find a man that's they can fall in love and have that happy romance relationship, and like Disney movies, if a woman can't find a man that's perfect and a Prince Charming, that woman feels that she doesn't feel adequate. Just like you as a man, you may feel, some men, I'm not gonna say me because I don't know, it doesn't apply to me, but a lot of you guys out there, you guys may feel not like you're not a man because you don't have this or that, and or you may not, you need to be tough or whatever. Females have the same thing, but instead they want to have a relationship with a man. They want a man to come to them and sweep them off their feet and take them on a dinner date. That's what women fantasize about. And when a woman can't get that from a man, this is when she starts to turn bitter. You feel me? And if the bitch isn't healed within and she starts dating all these men, she may date somebody, but the man might cheat on her or may not take her serious or may just fucking beat the shit out of her. It's not going to be that Prince Charming. So she may have somebody. So this is what develops into whole feminism and men hating and women hating men. There's a reason behind it. Because you got to understand, these bitches ain't shit. Most of these bitches ain't shit. And they don't like men like me talking like this, because I can see right through these bitches. Like, for real, I can see right through them. And because most women think men are dumber than them, which at the end of the day, the way everything is, men are supposed to be more intelligent than women. That's because the men rules thought. We're supposed to have thought. Women are supposed to have the more spiritual, emotional, intuitive feeling. Men are supposed to be building. Women, because that's the yin and the yang. So society is so fucked up now, they have it backwards. This is why they tell you women are more smarter than men. And it's a fact, not because that's normal, it's because the way society is programmed. The average man is a dummy. The average man thinks what they dick. They're stupid. The only thing they think about is fucking, that's it. And that's not what men is. Men are builders. But who do you think built this whole fucking library and architecture and this city and designing it? It was men. But these were men in a higher mentality than the men we got now who just want to fucking get drunk. So, like I said, like, there really ain't no, like, men like you guys think there are in this reality, because most men are dumb. And then the females who think they're smarter than men, they're not really smart. They're just a bunch of, think about it, if you're around a bunch of idiots, you may seem smart because you're around a bunch of idiots, but you're really not smart. You're just around a bunch of idiots. So this is what, I'm not saying all, because some women are dumb as fuck, but like I just see it play. Like, most women, they think they have more intelligence than some men, and like, this is why the society's all backwards and it's all fucked up, because you got women thinking that, trying to play a role that they're not, and then men trying to play a role that they're not, and then society is just is backwards. So like, you guys got to peep game what the fuck is going on. Like, this shit is real.